Hi Federationists, Lauren McClarney here with the Government Affairs team. I'm on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. It's freezing, but I'm really excited because in 2 weeks we're going to do one of the coolest things that we do as an organization. 500 Federationists are going to come here to D.C. and we're going to hike the hill together to tell our members of Congress about our legislative priorities and the things that we need to live the lives we want. Our 3 legislative priorities this year are the Transitioning to Meaningful and Integrated Employment Act, or the TIME Act, the Technology, Education, and Accessibility in College and Higher Education Act, or the TEACH Act, and the Marrakesh Treaty. Here are some more details about the 3 legislative priorities.
Hi everyone, I'm Rose Sloan, and this year we are advocating for the Transitioning to Integrated and Meaningful Employment Act, or the TIME Act. The title of the TIME Act explains exactly what we want nonprofits who hold Section 14C certificates to do. We want them to transition their business model to ensure that all people with disabilities, especially those being paid sub-minimum wages, have the opportunity to transition into integrated and meaningful employment that they strive for. Currently, over 400,000 Americans with disabilities are being paid less than the minimum wage, some of them mere pennies per hour. But the TIME Act will give nonprofit entities 3 years to transition their business model and ensure that all people with disabilities are paid the fair wages we deserve. It's time for people with disabilities to receive fair wages.
The second issue this year is the Technology, Education, and Accessibility in College and Higher Education Act, or the TEACH Act, which works to address a problem facing far too many blind and otherwise print-disabled students in college. The print world is inherently inaccessible to blind people, and electronic instructional materials like PDFs and learning management systems and e-books, they offer the opportunity for blind students to use the exact same materials as their sighted peers. And luckily, the law actually requires that institutions of higher education provide equal access. The problem is that that requirement has no specifics, no criteria, no guidelines telling schools this is what accessibility looks like and this is what you should demand from the market. Schools have no idea what to ask for, manufacturers aren't really embracing accessibility solutions, and blind students are the ones that pay the price. The TEACH Act authorizes the creation of voluntary accessibility guidelines. So this is what accessibility looks like, this is what you should demand from the market, and then incentivizes schools to only use technology that conforms to those guidelines with a safe harbor from litigation. Our goal is to improve access for blind students, reduce litigation, and stimulate an accessible digital marketplace.
Hi, this is Scott LeBar. I'm here to talk to you about the Marrakesh Treaty, what's also been called the Book Treaty. This year we are going before the United States Senate and urging them to ratify the Marrakesh Treaty. This would allow us to get books from all over the world in foreign languages and even in English that are already produced in Braille or other accessible formats. It will allow the rest of the world to get access to the collections we have here in the United States. We believe that the right to read, the right to information, is a fundamental right. And by ratifying Marrakesh, we will secure a major victory in our Right to Read campaign.
Now that you have all the details, I hope you're as excited as I am. Last year was an election year and a lot of people were complaining. They're part of the problem, but we're part of the process. See you in DC.